After turning on and leveling your transit, the first step in MOS is to connect it to the tablet. So you're going to click on Crew, and this will establish a Bluetooth connection or an ad hoc connection, depending what you're using, between the tablet and the transit. So a bunch of information will pop up here in that box, and once we're connected, the Crew will turn to green. So then we go to the Setup tab, and you'll see that I already have our drawing open here. You would open your drawing from here, and then you would choose it within your crew list. This is totally changeable, very easy to change up. So what you want to do is you want to figure out where your transit is currently located in this drift. So I'm going to use my back sights to allow myself to figure out just that. So I'm going to press on this button, which is a 2-point resection. Basically, that's what's used to figure out exactly where the transit's located. So at this point, I would take the transit and I would aim it at one of the back sights with the laser. It doesn't matter which back sight you choose, as long as it's within 30 meters. After selecting after aiming at your first back sight and pressing continue, it'll ask you which one you were actually aiming at. So in this case, I was aiming at 50. So I just choose it, and then it figures out more distance measurements. At this point, the second back sight that you're using, you just want to make sure that the angle from your transit between the two back sights is more than 20 degrees and less than 160 degrees. The optimal angle would be about 90 degrees, but that's all good. So you don't have to aim the laser right at the prism. As long as you put it in within a foot, it'll be able to find it by itself. So now I've got it aimed at the second one, and it's taking distance measurements and angle measurements. This one we don't have to select which station it is because it uses the distance and the angle to figure out itself. At this point, you want to make sure that you have an error of less than 25 millimeters. At that point, MOS would not let you continue if you were to pass that 25 millimeters. So our error is only 1.3 millimeters here on this setup, so that's more than perfect. So we click OK, and we're ready to continue with our next steps.